A wonderful brother. He's part of, as well as all of us, again. We're part of the Universal Breath of Life. He's done numerous amount of things here in Boston. As far as I can remember, with a CD called Connections, Get On Down Sounds, and made that happen. And to me, it was a success because we never had anything like that with collaboration of folks coming in locally in the community of Boston, MCs and what have you, coming to share one of the pieces. Also, he was the host of a program that was On Touch. That was called Man on Word. I love it. That's my favorite program, a home station. It wasn't even. Just want to let her know that. So now he's here, giving us a hand, and he's a big part of this event. And please show your love for brothers in Roxbury.
Everybody give it up for Brother VCR. The dedication and this tenacity and endurance just prevailing through all of the chaos and confusion and negativity to still keep coming up with these events and then the inspiration to help propel us forward. I like to give a lot of respect to that. I'd like to pay homage to Brother Siddiqui in the house. Sometimes we wait till our elders pass on and give them flowers and stuff. So flowers while you live is a living legend. And a lot of times we don't recognize greatness for what it is until it's done. And that's why we're here right now, recognizing the greatness that wasn't really embraced the way it should have been during the time of Garvey's physical life. For the past couple of weeks, we've been meeting at the embassy, talking about what this event was going to be, who was going to say what, so as I was watching and listening to the brothers craft in their speeches and what they were going to talk about, I had no idea what I would say, and I never do. I just always shoot from the hip and shoot from the heart. And I must have changed my conversation in my head about 1,000 times, because whatever it is that's on my heart to say, I pray that it touches your heart, because we can't, I love my son. I got 3 beautiful sons. I love them all, but we can't wait for another generation. We can't pass on the legacy that we have right now. I don't want to leave. If I die right now, I don't want to leave this mess to my boys. And I feel bad and I feel somewhat remorseful because somewhere along the line, somebody dropped the ball. I look back and I see the greatness of Marcus Garvey and the greatness of Noble Drew Ali and the greatness of Elijah Muhammad and the greatness, but outside of them just becoming icons for Black History Month or what we term as Black August now, outside of that, what good is the greatness if we don't pick up the mantle and run forward with it? Marcus Garvey showed us that we could come together, pull our resources, and create international ties all over the planet. We could create a Black Star Line, a shipping industry. We can have restaurants and grocery stores. Father Divine showed us that in the heart of the Depression, we could open up hotels and we could have delivery services and bus lines, and we can feed the people banquet style like kings and queens every day free of charge. So we have no excuse now because we're the most smart. We're so much smarter. With everybody who is not here, everybody that's in Boston that knows about this event and is not here because they're so smart. They're smarter than, they're too smart to hear whatever you got to say or whatever you got to say or whatever you all are exposing yourself to at this very minute. Too smart for all of that. But when we step back and analyze, we got to check the scorecard now. Have we gained any ground since Garvey? If Garvey, I mean, if you're so smart, if you're so intelligent and intellectual, if you're all of that, you should at least be where he was when he left off. You should at least be up there. So I don't understand why we are not a fully functioning nation now. I don't comprehend that. I don't understand how articulate, charismatic leaders can come and exist among us for 30 and 40 years, attracting millions of people. If I'm stepping on toes, I'm stepping on toes, but attracting millions of people. But after 30 years, we don't have grocery stores. We still got to go to Stop and Shop. After 30 years, we still got to go to the Holiday Inn and not our own national chain of hotels. This is the kind of thinking that we have to begin to manifest. From this day forward, all of these red, black, and green affairs from this point on should be assessment times. Where have we gotten from last year? So when we sit next year, okay, V, okay, Sal, what kind of businesses that we established in that 1 year cycle? How close have we gotten to the freedom, the true freedom, justice, and equality for our people? How close have we gotten to the finish line? Is there a finish line? Have we defined what the finish line is? What is the victory for our people? Because somebody got us running a race with no finish line. We just running. Chuck D said, in a game, a fool without the rules. You're so nondescript right now. You know, because we have failed to give a working definition to what our true freedom was. So in the 60s, they told us our freedom was a ride on the front of the bus, a chicken sandwich at Denny's, and we fell for it. So, but I'm just saying now that we need a self-assessment. And this day forward can never be like yesterday or the day before, because that wind that you fell outside, I don't think it's raining out there. Garvey told you to look for him in the whirlwind. We didn't call his spirit here. The wind started blowing, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just feel like from this point on, we need to check ourselves. And we need to bring it all in, all of this skill. We got enough energy in here right now to operate these lights without electricity. We got so much creative talent. Brother Arthur is one of the illest poets I ever heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? Brother Sal, Brother VCR. If you ain't never heard Catch Rec rhyme, you don't know what rhyme it is. You know what I'm saying? But this is the kind of talent that we have right here. You know, right here, old boy, 21 years old, speaks like he's been here forever. You know what I'm saying? But what good is this talent? What good are these skills if we don't pick up the spirit of Garvey and move forward? What good is it? You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand. I don't mean to hog up the mic, but like I said, it was on me, and I didn't know what I was going to say. But we have to understand the evolutionary redemptive process, and that the spirit of the Messiah, the Mashiach, that Christ, that Sal was talking about, that spirit emanated through Garvey, and it emanated through Elijah Muhammad and Father Divine and all of these great men that we adore so much. But here's the memo. It's in you too. You know, and so what makes Garvey great is that he brings forth great fruit, and you are to be that great fruit. So if you just rot, if you take your talents and just start rhyming about bling bling, and you take your skills and Brother Roper take that awesome art and just start drawing naked pictures all the time. You know what I'm saying? If we do stuff like that, we're smacking all of that greatness in the face. And I don't want to make this an all-night thing. I'm not trying to hog the mic or anything, but as I said, I just wanted to touch some hearts. And I want all hands on deck. Meet me at the embassy. Let's start planning how we're going to move forward. We need brothers and sisters that are so committed to the freedom, justice, and equity for our people that we're willing to move out of our houses and move in together so that we could save that money that we're giving the devil back. We say we hate the devil, but we're giving them thousands and thousands of dollars every month. Why not one rent? Why not one food bill? That's how we got to win. If we look and we assess how every other nation that climbed up and over us, that's how they did it. We laugh at the Puerto Ricans for 20 in the house. But the Puerto Ricans end up owning the streets that we still pay rent on. You know what I'm saying? We laugh at the Chinese for 30 in the car, 100 in the house. But we go and eat from them every single day. The restaurant in Grove Hall makes over $25,000 a week. That's $1 million plus per year from your pockets. Pockets of people who ain't got no money. And they're killing you. There's no love in there. Anyway, like I said, I can't stop it. My mom won't stop. It won't stop. Anyway. But like I said, let's get going. Let's get serious. And the only reason why